Welcome to Arlington, Texas. It's what the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers all set for Game 1 World Series that nobody saw coming. These were two of the worst team season runs. Come on in here, John Smoltz. You got the Texas Rangers
World Series, and I'll tell you what, the two teams had similar paths to getting finished. Look where the Rangers finished. Then both teams sweep. They're not going to go about getting it done in different ways. You got new age information.
As you mentioned, 2 Game 7s and 2 stars that did what their teams have done all season.
Struck out 4 times, but then after that, something clicked. You see Corbin Carroll was no-show for the first 5 games, but he based, and his 7th game was the reason why the Arizona.
Stage is set. Game 1 of the World Series. This is on Fox, presented by Capital One, and nothing like a little NF thaw.
Thanks, Joe. 5 years ago, Nathan Eovaldi was, but tonight he finally gets his first series start with a chance to make history.
In September, the first rookie with 25 homers and in 99 years. Dream
of franchise-changing talent for these Arizona Diamondbacks, and he'll followed by Christian Walker and Tommy Pham with Lourdes. Tonight's FanDuel live game, same game. One-man wrecking ball in that championship series. He has more than lived up to it so far.
Yeah, he sure has. He's on it. He has 4 pitches that he goes to. That 4-seam fastball.
And a 2.42 ERA for the 33. We go in Game 1 with a fastball and a foul ball.
But you might be surprised that they do not strike out feet. They want to take those 90 feet. And that is 90 feet on the bases. If they get, and that's what the Diamondbacks have done leading into this.
And fires. Along first. The speed of course. A little tight play, but Eovaldi's this group. One of the best defensive teams in baseball. All those guys in the effort. Corey Seager's a Gold Glove finalist. So is Simeon. So is Lowe. So Marte. Pop up. Foul ground. High. This one from Eovaldi. Swings and misses.
And if it's going good, there's going to be a lot of swings and misses like in these 2 matchups. This is going to be.
Here's 0-2. It is a splitter taken away.
You on the attack and you put.
Here's 1-2. It is hit down the line foul.
Heroic games on the road, and they feel comfortable on the road, and they look Diamondbacks.
Another 1-2 taken low. Yeah, you know both these teams. Game 6, winning Game 7. Victor Lavelle on the Diamond. 2. A ground to first and a couple plays right away from Nathaniel. He was excellent during the regular season. All-star for the level.
Pre-All-Star, he was 10-3. Then you mentioned the injury, and it took him a while.
Comes home to Gabriel Moreno with a fastball at 97, ball 1.
Postseason.
You're right, he said. An injury to Carson Kelly. He was elite. Suddenly he's their 3-hitter in the World Series against breaking balls. Nasty spitter right there.
And you're seeing it from the hitter's view. Just disappears.
Count goes 4. Comes back home with a payoff. And the bottom falls out again. And lit up again in the postseason. Simeon and Seager at the top. And then it's the 21-year finish things up. And they face off with the ace of the Diamondbacks.
He did it in the regular season against them. But the location when you're armed.
192 in this postseason. On this 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off 1-2.
And you see Zach Gallen was a little frustrated.
See what he goes with on this 1-2. It's the Perdomo at short for the first out. Out of ground. Saw Perdomo make that play left side of the infield with the veteran. Takes high, ball 1.
Well, for Zach between the 2 of them to keep thing for each team.
Walked in. Cuts that one inside.
Secondary stuff has to miss below the strike zone.
Seager hit a first-inning home run in Game 7. Is ahead on this 3-1. Seager fouls it off his hands, and the count goes there in this postseason. He's right behind Adolis Garcia.
He went to the curveball.
And walked in. Later strike zone. Crew Chief Bill Miller down the road. Looks like he didn't even realize he's in the Tennessee. Completely unfazed.
Yeah, he's been amazing. Emphasize how hard that is for a young player to.
Got to be doing something good when you find yourself with Mickey Mantle on. And he came up in early September where they were struggling some. It was right after Zach Gallen's 1-1 pitch. Carter watches ball 2.
Well, the big thing, learning on the job in the highest pressure moments of his life.
1, Carter shoots it foul, and it's 2-2. The people say, wait a minute, who? Who did they take in the second round? From that quiet from Gallen. Carter, it's in foul.
Well, if those trends keep going,
The Rangers coming in. This is what you're mentioning here. First one to 1 wins. First series. Cardinals whip again and hit off the wall. 21 years old, starting the.
And he's cool. I mean, he's so cool.
Garcia. I don't think it was possible for these fans, who was 1 RBI shy of the all on this 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike on the outside.
Texas by far, and boy, did they play off of it. And the
wrecking ball. 5. David Freese against the Rangers in 2011. On this 2-1, Garcia takes ball 3.
Well, early on, he did all year for the most part that made him dangerous.
How hard is the goal with a 3-1 pitch? Carter can fly.
In very controlled, short to the ball. Really big with his swings. There's a breaking ball right down the middle. They've got a lot of former players score in bunches. The Rangers just happen to do it with slugs.
Fastballs in that at bat. What was your thought process? You got to 2 strikes.
And you're coming off 2 bad outings. What do you do?
Well, the one you got to have right now.
This postseason, even though he didn't play in the first round.
So good for Texas. They have
1-2 to Garber is chopping the second for 1. On the first, not in time.
Gotten him live, but I think they did get him.
First base.
This one shouldn't take too long. Look,
and this 26th pitch first inning for Zach Gallen is going to come to
return. The runner is out. Arizona.
First inning of the World Series, 2-0. Rangers in front. Back to work. Christian Walker leads off, and if the Diamondbacks are going to be able to score
through the funk and regular season, you need it to last a little shorter.
179 though during the postseason. 1 of his Valdi fires, and it's 1-2.
Curveball and slider.
He's the guy that led him in home runs during the regular season. He's hit 30+ against Steve Valdi, and taking one of those breaking pitches you were talking about. Yeah, those 2 on 3-2. It is back to a fastball and like a house by the side of the road.
Batters, and he doesn't strike out a ton,
which tells different pitches that he throws. He is so splitter a little bit here. Throws it right there, and again pitch.
That's what happens.
Good morning, good afternoon, and so on the replay is not afraid of anything either. Getting Halloween started early. They're the pink out. The end of the championship series in Gurriel. 0-2. He's back. Goes back up with a fastball. Home with another 0-2. Strikes out the side. All-star catcher who came to life the last 2 games in Houston.
Had some off days to do anything against it that brings in the change.
Target set up for an 0-2. Heim gets to it and stays alive. And the first out of the second inning. We're talking about,
and that's including the Miracle Mets, and I get it, but it'll be have that same path. I mean, we've talked. Having been there and having done it, these are the 2 most really great World Series as well.
Get Marte over the first 2 plays of this inning. Rangers fans don't need any details on what Game 6 was. They would love empty at that point. Of course, the Rangers weren't in it. Here's the rookie, third. With Gallen especially, John. I mean, when he
went away for the Cy Young, and certainly the last 2.
Another 0-2 to Young, and it's a good curve to get him swinging.
Yeah.
.com to get more information. That is strike consecutive Ks. Down the line foul, and again into
runs that he's able to hit. He takes a big swing. He's got some speed.
Alec Thomas on an 0-2. He put it over the mound. They won't keep him off the bases. He puts it in play and uses.
Diamondbacks play baseball. You got to circle the guys to keep off the bases so it.
Longoria gets to open this third. Garcia throws behind Thomas.
Really good arms. And you saw Thomas right there. Look,
found a new level in this postseason. And Geraldo, buckle up, Johnny. Hit more than anybody in the regular season, and it's executed well. And they got the go-ahead run moved into scoring position by doing that.
Yeah, that's necessarily just give you an out.
Tying run in scoring position. Back to the top of the order, and Corbin Carroll. Yeah, Torey Lavelle. Got the 2 on. Here it comes. Carroll. Veras won't get there, and it gets by him. And Buckle on his way to third.
They just do these kind of things better than most. Third with less than 2 outs. This is the Diamondbacks.
Swallowing triples. Nobody had more of them than. One of the things they started calling the Diamondbacks this summer was, and in this postseason, John, more than half of their wins.
They've gotten to this place now where they're not playing skids.
Until Marte takes high. They're in first. In the dirt. And shot at another bunt attempt. And it did.
Score a run. Now this guy's so good he can score it in so many different ways.
A 2-1. Marte. Good take. Ball 3. Is anything for them. Dillis Lowe comes home. And he's safe from the Diamondbacks. But as the call is now, it's 3-2.
It takes off. Now I didn't think they had a chance to get him. It was a great throw. The one thing early in the series against Philadelphia, the Diamondbacks, the ball was hit, but I still didn't think he had a chance. And they were giving up a run on a ground ball.
Wouldn't you say that's an example?
Can't do that without doing these kind of things. And I talked about.
There's the 1-2. There goes Marte. Swing and a miss. Throw from high. Almost offline. And a free taco. Unload your Doritos. Locos Tacos. We talk about
this. They hit and they're stolen bases. They get to second base.
The Christian Walker takes outside. And they've done something. Now 2-2. Walker takes ball 3.
Straight strikeouts leading into this inning, and all of a sudden
off to the powerful Walker, and it's swung on and miss. He finished him off. It's 3-2 in game 1. Baseball fans across the country gonna love him soon. 9-1 in 2 years, but has found his footing this year and continued that into a good post changeup for him. Turns it back up with a fastball, and it's 2-2. And established himself, he has one of the top pitcher game with T-Mobile.
Well, what his team just did is give him a to get the lead again.
Strike on Simeon, especially when you're coming off
out of the way.
He's coming out. Didn't think he sees it. On to Simeon is outside, which is where everybody got one inside here, but swung over it. It's a disappearing changeup,
even though. With 2 strikes, they were able to get a couple
his first time. He struck out 3 straight.
Let's go.
Seager took the ballpark. 3-1. It's 3-1. Seager takes ball 4 in his second walk of the game.
7 outs, all in the secondary stuff.
Evan Carter, who you mentioned, takes. Let's go over 1-1 to Carter. Seager makes the turn, heads for third. Throws right into the envelope on the bases.
Hey, you don't want to make the third out at third.
Imagine the Dolis Garcia fouls off the first pitch. Season 21 of them with a full series ahead still. Gallen's 0-1 going upstairs, missing by the hands.
That's where you.
On this 1-1 pitch, Garcia bends back on ball 2. See it on Upkin, presented by T-Mobile. 2-2 pitch, and Garcia takes ball 3 to run the count 4. That's a 6 out of his last 7. On this payoff pitch.
Watch his interesting scenario here for Mitch Garver. Normally he's patient.
See?
You've literally got to take every at bat.
Garver takes ball 3 with nowhere to put him.
2, you cannot let the game get away if you walk.
Spot in game 1. 3-2 to Garver is fouled at 68 for Gallen.
Wow, and those
again. And walks him to tie the game.
Hey, he threw some great pitches in that at bat, and it's going to seem like a bummer that you've owned. Make pitches. Let's get out of this inning.
Season ball with a friend? Just tell Siri. FaceTime Parker.
Strike 1.
He's wanting to swing, so you have more room for error with bases loaded.
When it's too late. Fly alley for the Rangers to tie this game at 3. And they've become the first team. Pham leads off a tie game in the 4th and takes a ball from Nathan Eovaldi.
Well, is when they're on.
Oh, here's Tommy Pham puts the D-backs in front. Oh, it's a leadoff shot here in the 4th for. It has not been a great
bounce back. Everybody. But what I was going to say is defensively, they defend the stolen base already. Last year, they stole bases before the rule changes. This year, they.
The outside. And the first out of the fourth. One way to do it is without Thomas.
Outside.
Takes a ball, and we check in with Tom Verducci.
Then getting them in. I tried to do it against the Dodgers here. He's a great guy, warrior.
To Thomas. Jeez, Tom's all over the place. 2-2. Gave him the lead with a solo shot early on. As they say, he can't. Valdi, Thomas already has one infield hit. Nearly got a second, but
and the development took a little while, and they knew, okay. I think when it turned, when they swept the Cubs.
First pitch that he saw his first time. How about Evan Longoria? This is a guy who's in his career, but he's back.
The first two games, and everybody around baseball like, man, this team used that kind of chip on their shoulder.
Here's a 2-2, and there is strike three on a generous 12 years. The steadying hand of that guy there, Bruce Bo. Nathaniel Lowe leads off this inning and fouls off Zach Gallen's. On comes Gurriel. He's got it for the first. America's largest and fastest 5G network. Brings a 1-0 to Young. Call on the outside corner. His 2-1 pitch is swinging. Manager in Diamondbacks history, his 7th year, that I thought worked isn't working. It's going to turn. They weren't a whole lot better last. The 1-2 got him to chase. 2 out.
Yeah, not a good matchup. Pitches already, and it's only the 4th inning. That's a credit to both of these.
Ball.
Simeon ahead 2-1.
And I said after that big inning.
To those guys, Thompson, Ginkel, and Sewald. His 2-2. Is on the move. He will get there. Covered back and forth, and it's 4-2 Diamondbacks. Perdomo out of that 9 spot keeps doing his thing.
The Rangers had narrowed their choices at number 9 overall.
Minor league games before he got to the big leagues. Didn't play. And it was really his arrival that jolted these Diamondbacks. First one from Evaldi is a pitch out. Throw down the first.
And the Rangers were trying to steal.
There goes Perdomo. 3-1. Swung on and missed. Throw down.
Not a swing and a miss. Kept the catcher back. And an easy stole.
This one to let it fly out on 3-2. Fouls it into the glove for strike 3.
But in most of the at-bats, he doesn't.
Disappointed, but turn that disappointment into motivation for making. Almost at second as the 1-0 comes home and a chopper foul at list. On this 2-1 from Evaldi. Move, it's over his head. An often streak extended. Lead extended.
Perfect number 2 hitter. A switch hitter that can do everything. Any more bobble would have happened right here. It would have been a triple.
17-game hitting streak to open him. There is the list that Marte joins. That nobody else has against the ball.
They've grinded and grinded.
The third goes Marte, but the first goes Seager.
And so when there's particular games they can slug with you, but for the most part, contact on.
Beaten in a postseason start, it's because his team didn't score. Green light, foul back. And a 3-1. Walker takes ball 4. It's been the top 2 in the rotation in Evaldi and Montgomery.
Well, Dunning did a great job for this team.
Runner goes from first, throw from high won't happen. Last inning. It's a easy play. Low to recovery. Dunning in just in time. Donor to chase Evaldi before this. He's down 2 runs in game 1. Yeah, this is the part of the order that
proven over the last week or 2 is they can play a 7-inning for the Rangers to get back. And
Corey Seager leads off the 5th, off of the 1st, and an easy one for Christian Walker. Tomorrow in game 7. And Tortorella looked at
look-back moments because when you're not at your best.
Carter's worked it to 2-2 and now swings and fouls it into the glove for strike.
9-inning shutout, I promise you.
4 straight base runners in the 4 innings since.
I mean, think about this.
Hot chair. How about Zach Gallen finding it tonight, going 1-2-3. It up for the postseason as Gurriel shoots the first one from Dane Dunning. Have gone deep. They're going to see this there. Gurriel's out. This place was rocking, but Arizona replied quickly in the
going in a team. This team, but it really set them up for a better. They could lose to anybody.
Backhand Simeon springs to his feet and throws late with Thomas.
We talked about putting it in play, putting pressure on the defense,
but they hoped that they would win the big games against the good team. 1 ball and 2 strikes out. Thomas at first, 1 away, and Dunning will check out. Here's the 2-2. See ya. 2 gone in the 6th. Capital One has donated over $750,000 to the foundation above its heads in this postseason. The ever-perfect touch of that guy. All night, Diamondbacks and Rangers. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. On for Geraldo Perdomo. Switch hitter over to his weaker side. And
he likes his inner motor and his ability to get in.
He got really one of the last spots. 2-1.
Baseball.
There goes Thomas from first. Not in time, and it ricochets into short left field. Thomas thought about it.
Be about an 87%, 85 or.
Yep.
On a 3-2. He pokes one to second that Simeon's got. In scoreless inning.
That was huge. And a different release point start.
He had already pitched in the World Series in Europe in late August. He had a 6 ERA with the Tampa Bay Rays. And taking a guy, unlocking something. And he's been huge lately. Mitch Garver leads off, and there is that wacky. 1 ball, 1 strike. Any pen had ever blown in the 2 years. Ball to Perdomo. 1 gone. Here's Heim, who's as happy as.
Get on.
We talk about how improbable. That's a walk for Heim.
They can They have that same approach. Philadelphia, the way they played those last 2 games.
Low. It's a high on the track. He's got room. He just missed it.
High ball. And that's
for Low. 25-year-old rookie Young. Hits Young.
Once again, the Rangers are.
It's a guy in Tavares here who Bruce Bochy has said, look, I studied the team when he gets to the big leagues as early as Tavares did a few years ago.
Real speed, he'll take first pitch, but we've seen where the hole is.
Sweeps it inside for ball 1. Down 3-2 in the championship series. And and a 1-2 from Thompson. Tavares. Will it stay in play? Moreno's got it. These caps, t-shirts, and more. MLBshop.com. Top of the order for the
incredible at bat. 0-2.
Sticking with the block. Hustles and just barely gets in.
A bit of a loop of the throw, but the taller Low.
Switch hitter over to his natural side. Season career. Here's a spinner off the coming out of the Rangers bullpen. With Gabriel.
This game down.
Yeah, ideally you traffic.
Story Lavelle showed a lot of confidence in you. 3rd time.
It's my job to win the league, so just trying to hand to those guys with a clean lead.
Diamondbacks trying to take game 1 on the road here, leading 5-3. Rangers got off to a flying start in this game. They had 2 runs in.
About the gritty Diamondbacks and the never give up.
Star last year was so bad at times this year, he wondered if he was perfect time. Tries to go back door and his 0-1.
He's going to rely for right there. And I think
1-2 to Simeon. Market field hangs up for Gurriel. Postseason issues have continued. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Part of his identity playing short. And so has been. It's in the hours leading up to the game. That's a lot of time. On this 1-2 from Manaply. Chops it foul.
It's fantastic. 2 seam. Carter with 2 out. But now
here's the 1-0. Carter. How about Joe Mantiply riding that critical in Game 7?
There would be no confusion if the pitchers.
The order in order. His 1-2 to Carter's taken low. 2-2. And foul ball.
All was fair for a while, and it wasn't.
First, they got one in the third. Hardly a threat. 2-2. Perdomo's there. And a 1-2-3 seventh inning. It's 5-3 in Game 1. Top of the 8th inning where Christian Walker will lead things. John Gray was a starting pitcher for the Rangers. Kind of a wild card. As the pen has struggled this year, but it's a
Jacob deGrom, but a healthier.
Is 0-2 to Walker. Is swung on and missed. And Walker struck out for a totally different looking group than they had planned on. Offense. Tommy Pham has got a home run in this game. Takes a strike. Is 1-1. Pham takes in the dirt. Ball 2. And a team that early on it was like. It's toward the another 2-2 from Gray. Got a chase from Pham. 2 gone. That was not an easy deal for Mike. This is one that has really turned out for Arizona. This 1-1 from Gray. Gurriel takes strike 2.
Get him is on the outside part of the plate.
Side here with the 2-2. Gurriel, he said.
I think they almost did him a favor there. Talking about to hitting a baseball. You see that head down.
And he's used his running ability to get 2 infield singles in this game. In the big leagues. Fouls it off and it's 1-1. Mentors. Here's a 1-1 pitch to him. Ball 2 on this 2-1. Thomas leaves it upstairs. Ball 3. 1 every 8 at bats. There goes Gurriel on the 3-1 that Thomas lifts down the left field. So Gurriel is doing what these Diamondbacks have done here in game. He goes. Here it comes. Thomas down on strikes.
Get lucky, and maybe he hangs one in the.
Looking to ride that confidence against the heart of the Rangers lineup here. That is 2 here in Game 1.
Outside.
Good take right there. Back trying to escape it, and then he takes a strike in the 8th. Here's a 3-2. He goes bounce foul. Another payoff pitch. Ooh, had one to hit there. 8th pitch here. Garcia hit into center. Adolis Garcia.
And a big leadoff hit.
First one to Mitch Garver is inside. And John, I know that 12th run batted in this postseason.
Yeah, that was a great walk too. That was a great
1-1 pitch. Couldn't lay off. 1-2.
As a hitter, when you're worried about 96.
This is 1-2. Garver swings and misses. A fastball at 9.
By him.
Series here.
Hey, Dad!
They went around. The ball gets 2-1. Hine takes ball 3.
Got to get your eyes looking to one area, and if he gets it,
3-1. Hine shoots it foul, and it's so when you're caught between 2 like that.
if you think
Here's a 3-2. Hine got a fastball and sent it foul. Another 3-2 pitch. It was the who wins the 8th to Hine is fouled back. It's enough on the 9th pitch. He takes ball 4. Walk off. Capital One will donate $1,000 to the Jackie Robinson presenting the tying run here. Sure, he could have tagged and didn't. Out there needing his fastballs.
was not able to catch up. He ran into a
go-ahead run at the plate. First pitch upstairs. He's hit thinning. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
down the middle by him.
So there, look at Kinkle's 1-1. Stuck with a fastball. 1 ball.
He's swinging underneath it. Of course, that's
now the 1-2. It's another fit. Gurriel is there. Nothing.
the second at bat. Sorry, if he stayed to right field, right in the game plan, you would want to attack more with your breaking balls.
The rookie Young fights it off. Strike 1. Heim walked. Smith Kinkle's 0-1. Young leaves it up. Last year, homered on his first swing on this 1-1 pitch. But Perdomo's got it over to first. The inning is over. Scoreless. He's got a new catcher as they pinch ran for Jonah Heim Austin in the bottom of the ninth. So at the very least, the range seawall.
Yeah, they got to do something not a lot of people have been able to do. Seawall.
Longoria's down on 3 pitches. John Montgomery, a .216. He was the winning pitcher out of the